Maybe 5-10 minutes per person.
Are you?
Right. About 50. Yeah, because it didn't take an hour, yeah. How? I mean, not how, but like, no, I know how. I know that part. I'm talking about how, like, what, you get a percentage of something?
Yeah, so, alright, I'm gonna break it down. Hold on, let me get it down. So,
we are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You got to look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchdown. Break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They put Woods in motion. First carry now for the former Badger Jonathan Taylor. And find some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Second down and 3. From the gun, Richardson. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs.
Yeah.
First down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Downs goes in motion. Richardson will give it to Taylor. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. He's got it! And he will go all the way. And 9, Mitchell. Touchdown, Colts. His 12th touchdown of the year. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return starts from the 5. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Scott. Stroud gonna throw right away. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
On play action, Stroud. And this will be incomplete. Personal Ave, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. Quick throw here is complete. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down for Houston.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Darius Rush. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. And that just adds to the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg, Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick six. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
They'll return this from the 11. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to only about the 23. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now, Stroud. Look wide. Get this one complete. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing is Stroud. That's going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Taylor. He'll be stopped just a short gain, down to the 30. Second down and 8. Richardson. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This from 40 yards out. Bass's kick is good. And the Colts stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Stroud to throw here on first down. A throw complete to Scott. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. Quick throw, taken in. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. 17-0, the early score. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. Here's a run. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. Here's Stroud. This caught, and he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
And he's going to be marked down up at the 12-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down throw for Richardson. Pass right side to Downs. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Richardson. Catch made. That's Woods. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Open man downfield, it's Mitchell. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
They put Woods in motion. They send the tight end in motion. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. They'll try again after the penalty. 2nd and 15. Downs goes in motion. On the handoff, it's Taylor. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Richardson gonna look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes.
That is caught. What a throw. Adonai Mitchell. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. Pass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run with the former Badger, Braylon Allen. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Back to throw, Stroud. He'll go left side here and complete this one. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Stroud. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That has played good for 22. It's good for a Texans first down. To throw is Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
17 yards, the gain there. First down for Houston.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On first down, it's Stroud. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line. First and 10. Out of the shotgun. Richards under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the gun, Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
Third and long. Here's Richardson. It's to the left side and taken in by Downs. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Stroud to throw. Open man down the field. It's Olave. Wow, out of bounds. Inside the 10. It's first and goal. A huge play just before the half. A gain of 48. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. This pass is caught by Scott. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
What they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And this throw batted away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
It is a big-time play for Houston. 37 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
That big boy was moving, Mike. That was impressive. I mean, it's not easy to bring down this quarterback in any situation, but to hawk him down from his interior defensive line spot nearly out by the sideline, that's beyond impressive.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He's got it at the 7, and they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Texans are able to cut into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Richardson operating from the pistol. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Colts about set to punt. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. He'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's out of bounds. Very close to the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Got it into the hands of Olave. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They send him right out of the slot. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
On the tackle. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And the Colts will take over at their own 14-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. Accelerating toward midfield. Gets to the edge at the 30. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 86 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Extra point try by Bass. He gets it to go, and the Colts will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll motion their tight end, Scott. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
A second down throw for Stroud. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Third and long. Here's Stroud. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They go right back to Taylor. And he will dive into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. So the turnover turns into a quick
He was in zone.
touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime you're
Yeah, I was in the zone on that last play.
You have to take advantage of it. 1 second you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go.
No, he was in flat. That was the cornerback. I was in cover 2. Oh, I don't know.
Both teams ready to go once more.
Yeah. I don't know why he was back that deep.
This one is is fielded in the end
Oh yeah, that
zone,
was crazy.
He will not bring it out. It's touchback.
Yeah, I was in the meeting earlier, so I didn't hear too much what you were saying the first half. Trying to finish up that. But yeah, I don't know why he was in deep zone.
Slot man in motion right. Throwing is Stroud. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
On second down, Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out.
Nah, man, I just don't. I'll be overthinking it when I get to the Super Bowl or the playoffs in general, right?
Third and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. And this ball incomplete on third down.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
On fourth down, Stroud. He's got his man, that's Olave. And he's going to have a Texans first down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays, they're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
I could have said no.
Stroud. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to
You know, he eat hamburgers?
the final play of the third quarter. So,
No. That's a lot to and Quiddy pay.
on EA Sports.
Bro, you just can't my whole break. What the hell?
Here's second and 9.
No, I shift the offensive line.
To throw is Stroud. The throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So often, the only way to combat the perfect blitz call is to beat the blitz with the ball. It's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to find his open man and get the ball out of his hand. If he holds on to that ball for 1 count longer, it most likely was going to result in a sack.
Stroud.
Good play.
It's complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
On first down, it's Stroud. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And he'll be taken down 25-yard line.
It's very much so funny. You telling me to leave? We leave at 6:30.
It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
This has really been the story of this entire game. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. They've already recorded a couple of sacks.
I sent one blitzer.
It's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
To add the extra point. It's up and through.
I'm trying to help you out with your card. He protecting you. You had to warm him up, that's why.
Kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the
What kind of milkshake I got?
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the.
You know which one is which? I thought they had jumped them milkshakes. I saw Jason get some. I didn't know what he grabbed.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Taylor. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Mm-hmm.
Is it indoor or outdoor?
I don't know. I hope it's indoor. Would make no sense for it to be outside, would it?
Yeah, it might be outside.
Now, if it's supposed to rain.
Second and 3 to go. Here's a run going left, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to say 2 people. No, that's not about 40 to 60. Okay.
Should they on the brain 2 people?
Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Out of a shotgun.
Well,
Richardson.
Jake can't even go.
The outside.
Jake can go.
Essentially, he can't.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers
You okay if I chew the clock?
and go line up, they've got to know where that first down.
You want me to chew the clock?
If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
On the handoff, running left, that's Taylor. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. They'll give this one to Taylor, running right. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Richardson. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And it's going to
over pursue a lot.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were.
So if I'm running a stretch play, you're gonna try to beat me to my point. If you do that, he's gonna create a hole, and I just let off the gas basically, and then just turn up.
And some good running on that return as he takes it up close to midfield.
I don't have to go back and watch because I really wasn't paying attention on your run game today. Been throwing it pretty good most of the part.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Yeah.
They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll get this across midfield as it's brought down, following a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, Stroud. Looking middle of the field. It's complete.
Come on, D-line.
Close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Oh, boy.
Touchdown, Houston. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take the easy pitch and catch, get it underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them. And you have a playmaker.
Oh, another good game.
They can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and end result is still a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
Just Madden, man. That's all.
And no chance
I said just Madden.
this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah. I tried to kneel the ball, but don't worry about it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll point it to you after this one.
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And he'll get about 5. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first time out here. They'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
The cheesecake in there too.
Colts about to kick this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there winds up with nothing on the return. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end.
Is missing something?
At the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now to throw.
Yeah. I only did half a stick of cream cheese. First of all, the recipe calls for a half stick. I made the decision to do. I made the decision to do the full stick of cream cheese. But the recipe called for half. Is what I'm trying to tell you. Man, you can't tell me folks how to make their recipe. I only used the half. I didn't put any vanilla in it.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud.
That's what's missing.
Very close to a 1st down.
Missing vanilla.
Got there.
Missing vanilla though.
Yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
That's the vanilla's missing. They would have cut it. Or a little vinegar.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance.
Good game.
There. Look, they're
Huh?
late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
I like this better than
Let me see what that's like.
You gonna see what I'm talking about?
I heard the icing.
You know what I'm talking about? I ain't no buttercream person anyway. Like, I love cream cheese, so it ain't bad.
So this one, a win for the visiting Colts.